Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Age of Wonders Planetfall. So if you watched the last video, I was kind of saying maybe I'll fill in a few more videos on different games between this and when I do the next one on this game. But actually I was playing on a little bit just to get to a different point, and it got to a point that a few things happened, so I decided to just continue another video. So I think this game is one of those games for me anyway. And it depends, we all like different games different ways, and we all have different things we play in different orders or whatever, but I think for me it's definitely a game where it's a good game to kind of drop into, because it's very much a building game. You're building to the future of your game you're playing at the time, or to the future of your empire if you're playing in empire mode. So it's a very handy game to kind of drop into. You can just play for, you know, half an hour and like get a few things sorted out, build a bit more here, build a new colony there, kill a few enemies, then come out of it again. It's that kind of game, and I think it's kind of going to be that kind of game for me. I don't see it's a game, not in a negative way particularly, that I'm going to sit for hours and hours and hours playing in one go particularly. That's also because, and again, everyone's different, but at the moment I think I'm playing Watch Dogs Legion, which I'm always playing. If anyone watched this channel for any amount of time, you'll know I'm always playing one version of that, or if not 3 versions of that at the same time. I think I'm playing Far Cry 5, Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain, and a bit of Phantom Doctrine, all kind of simultaneously. So, and there's a few other things I play off and on. So this is like a game I drop in. Oh, and Genesis Alpha 1, which is another game I kind of drop into, because you get to a point, it's like, okay, I can just do a bit more. And some games you need to invest the whole run in. I think, you know, those kind of real-time games like Far Cry, you need to invest a good few hours dropping into. There's no point in going in to play half an hour. But some games like this, you can just pop in and pop out again. So anyway, that's my thought on this. Take it as you will. So anyway, I played on a bit, only for about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes just now. My intention was to play on longer and get to a slightly further down the line point, but actually quite a few things were obviously going to happen, and I thought, okay, I'll probably show them on video. Maybe this won't be a full length video like I usually try and do, about half an hour normally, maybe a little bit more, but we'll see. Anyway, so I've just kind of, I'll pull back a bit. Whoops. So I've just kind of got a few more areas, sectors. I think I came down here and I joined up some sectors here where I didn't have one. I think I took that one. Also, I made a colonizer, which I think I mentioned I was going to do in the next game anyway, which is here, because yeah, we need another settlement, and I think we're going to put it there. We can't put it here anyway because it's an adjoining sector, so we're probably going to put it over here. So we'll head that way, because at the end of the day, sectors produce, obviously they produce resources, but more importantly, when you get further into the game and you have you need armies, the more sectors you've got, but only sectors produce armies, the more armies and the quicker you can produce. You can only produce 1 unit per colony. Like I said, very similar to Total War. You know, the more cities you've got in Total War, the more units you can produce simultaneously. So we'll head there. We'll probably start a colony there as long as we can. The other thing is I discovered, I'm thinking about it in terms of my leader of my empire now, a new anomaly here, and I sent one of our new leaders over that way, and I also sent the other leader that's not my overall leader. I don't know, I think they need a word for the overall leader. They say it's an empire of whoever, but I think they need to be called the emperor, not just a leader, because everyone's a leader anyway, or a hero, isn't it? So we've also got one up here to look at that anomaly that I found early on, and so I thought a few things are going to happen, so I'll just cover these and then I'll move on. So I'm going to go here, we'll see what happens. Well, you've already seen from the one earlier, but I'm hoping we'll have a bit more success with this one. So like I said, these always play out, and I think the game, Stellaris is where you find an anomaly or a scientific thing or an artifact, and the first thing is you have to dig for it or excavate it or something, and then once you've done that, very similarly in this, you have to then do the next step. So in the first step is just burn through the ice, which is a nothing step. You can't lose by doing that. There's no decision, you just burn through the ice and see what you got. I mean, maybe later on there is an anomaly where you burn through the ice and it goes very badly and you melt or something, but at the moment they seem simple. And we've got another anomaly there, and we're going to burn through the ice of that one as well. So we've got two anomalies going at the same time, which is all good. We've got our colonizer going that way. We've also got there where we can make another unit, and we've got a few. I've got this lightning rider, which is a flying unit, which I got through tech in the few turns I was playing to sort of move along the game off video. And I will make that, one because you'll see what it is, and two because I wouldn't mind making that, and also because it's a flying unit. If you ever need a unit that can get somewhere quickly, we don't need it to get somewhere quickly, but our unit up here's short one possible member of their army, so we wouldn't mind getting someone up there fast. So if you ever want to get a unit somewhere quick, make either a vehicle or even better a flying unit. I haven't got much cosmite to make a modification on it, so I won't, because it takes 10 just to make this. So if I start modding it, I won't be able to make one, so we'll just make one of those. And that will be our turn over. But I'm really looking forward to getting further on in this game, having played quite a way into quite a lot of these. I'm quite interested to see what other things this Revelations DLC brings other than anomalous sites. So I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with them. So we've got our colonizer. I think that's the only realistic place we can go, because we could go in the sea, and there's nothing wrong with making a colony in the sea, but we've not really explored this area. So I think this is as good as we want. It always says require colonizer. I think that's just a bug, because you've got a colonizer there, so just ignore it. The first time I saw that, I was like, what? But I've got a colonizer there. But I realised that by pressing do it just does it. So I don't know why it says that, but it always does. So it's just one of those things. We've not got to the point of burning through the ice yet. We have got that other. Actually, we've got two. We've got here, we can make something. Yeah, well, let's upgrade the energy sector, because energy is always good, especially if you don't have caffeine or energy drinks, which aren't available in this century or this world. And we've got our main emperor or empress or leader or whatever, hero. Let's just see what's here, see if we want to make a forward base. There's quite a lot there actually. There's a cosmite spatial rift, which would give us bonuses. There's a broadcast, yeah, there's a lot there. We'll definitely make a forward base there. The reason to make these forward bases is, number one, if I've not said before, I can't remember. Number one is because it's kind of a foothold. You've got a defendable area, which helps. Number one, obviously it's a defendable area, and number two, it means that if you're getting invaded, when that comes to the point of the game where the AI players are invading, they have to, as it would be in a normal army, you have to kind of tackle the bases on the run up to the main settlements. You wouldn't just leave one and go past it, have something behind your army, so it gives you a natural defence barrier. And also, when you make these, it expands your area of influence, which means other factions are less likely to claim the factions around that. So that's also good. So we will build one there. The other two armies are doing something. All our settlements are doing something. Paragon faction, what do they want? They want energy. Again. We've got quite a lot of energy. We're not really doing anything we're going to need energy for, so we'll let them have it, because I don't really want to. All our leaders are busy. Two of them are burning through ice, and that one's there making a forward base. We haven't really got anyone spare at the moment, so which is also a big thing when you're considering taking on these demands from factions. If you've got quite a few leaders, armies just sitting around waiting to do things, there's no harm in doing them. You get experience and you might get something else. But when you've only got a few and they're all busy, it's not really worth breaking into things you're doing just to waste time to save, 43 in energy. So we move on. And we shall see. We're still investigating the anomalous sites. The building that's still there. We've still got one turn in both of those. That's fine. The colonizer has done its job, and that's at least a name. It's not like that other name they gave the other city, XR something something. So yeah, Verin is okay. I could knock off the 9X, but that's fine. So we'll leave it at that for now. We're not going to be fussy. So we'll start by making a recreational dome. Hang on, let me think about this. Yeah, we'll make a recreational dome. It will make the settlement expand quicker, and it will make people happy. And like I said early on, you're not really at threat in your main colonies. The marauders might attack, but you'll easily repel marauder armies in your main colonies with your colony army that's already there. And the AI factions don't attack that quickly. When they do get aggressive in this game, once they start, it can get very, very problematic very quickly, because sometimes they'll attack a lot, and they really do build up their armies. Like I said earlier on in another video, they build it up to where they've got ridiculous amounts of troops, and you think, how do they get that many? So they will wait until they've got a lot of army to do it, and often they'll be allied with somebody else. So when they do start, it can be a problem, but at the moment, early on, they don't attack early on, so they don't seem to anyway. Famous last words. So yeah, that one's still building that. We're still waiting for we've got our new tech. We don't really want that. Aquatic. What's that one give us? Hazard removal is useful. That's like if you've got a rift or a volcanic lava or something in your sector, you can remove it. That can be useful. And botanical gardens is another one of those things that gives happiness. So we'll do that one. For want of anything else. So that, we don't want to. Okay. We might go and kill that marauder army next turn, because we haven't got enough movement points. Like I said, I think I've done that. I did it a little bit when I was playing at the beginning of this load-in before I started the video, and I think I've killed all the marauders, he said, other than the Paragon faction base, which is there, in my territory. So there's no wandering marauders wandering about, because they're just annoying, and they probably attack your sectors at some point, and they might win. They do sometimes, occasionally. Sometimes they get stronger, so it's good to kill them off. And you get bonuses, and you get resources usually, so, and you get experience, and so. Okay, now we're rolling. From playing this myself, in all the playthroughs I've done before the Revelations DLC, and including the thing that I've found I can't quite balance, and like I said, I'm very used to, like I said, Total War is the game I'd liken this to the most, also Stellaris maybe, and I've played a lot of Stellaris on my laptop in the day, and with a lot of DLCs, and I've played a lot of Total War games, Total War, Rome, Attila, Shogun, the whole lot of them, lots and lots of them, even the Warhammer one. So I'm used to this kind of game, but one thing I can't quite balance myself in my own empire building is exactly how to get my army to the right point to when to make an aggressive move. The enemy seem to, the AI faction seem to, like I said, have overwhelming amounts of troops when they start fighting you. I don't know when they start the game, but when they start fighting you, even though they don't seem to particularly ever have more sectors or colonies than I've had, but they have an overwhelming amount, and I'm not sure whether they cheat, I don't know, do they? Or how they do that, because yeah, I could just start making more and more troops, but then it's going to really drain my resources, and so I'm not quite sure whether that's really a good strategy. It doesn't seem in my head to be the right strategy. Again, in things like Total War, you would make enough armies to conquer what you needed, but you certainly wouldn't be building up your biggest army until you got the better units, and you could usually tell what you'd need, and the same in Solaris to a lesser degree, but in this you can't really tell what you're going to need, because when you do find enemy area, an AI player's land, the only way you can go onto it is to send a scout or an army, and then they're breaching their territory, and that starts a problem. So it's not like other games where you can kind of go into their areas and see what they're doing. You can't really. So yeah, I'm not quite found a balance, and usually I found that at the point I've got into a war with the AI players, I've had much better units, and I've won quite a lot of battles, but they've just got endless units that keep coming. And that happened in Total War games too sometimes, but usually the enemy would have lower level units. They have loads, but they just have slaves or base infantry or whatever, and you could fight them if you had better. But in this, it's not like that. So I'm still learning. Yeah, we'll kill them. Marauders are much easier to kill, especially the ones that aren't in bases. Yeah, die, you marauders. Yeah, I'm still learning, and some games, I don't know, some games you can play a bit and you can kind of work out what you're doing, whether it's a turn-based or not. Watch Dogs Legion I picked up really fast. It's a very easy game to pick up actually, I think. And XCOM 2, XCOM Enemy Within, I picked those up quickly, and that's just some examples. And other games I found less easy to pick up. Far Cry is one, partly because it's first person and I'm much better at third person shooters, and partly because it just is. So yeah, okay, so we've killed them, we've still got points. That's a Paragon base, so we don't necessarily want to attack that. We'll just go over there and see what we can see. Use our main army as a scout now. If you want to, I'll show you what happens when you go to sea while I'm here. So we've got this. We can accept the reward for doing the anomalous ice melting quest. We accept our research, and as last time we've got that kind of 50-50 thing. Cut it open, recover what it consumed, or let our biologist conduct a full autopsy. Let's do that one, because last time the 50% one didn't really cut it. And we've got our other anomalous area there. We'll accept the reward, and okay, one of the bots is eerily beautiful as it's stirred to life. She self-identifies as a female called Valor E. Parts of her are plating and missing, yet nothing mars her grace and attractiveness. She sounds hot. She recognised her hero immediately and stated it was programmed to mate for life with her hero. Leading this expedition, she proposed marriage. That's forward, a bit forward, but she sounds nice. She sounds keen. Keen is better than distant. Sounds like she's probably going to have jealousy issues in the future, but we'll worry about that when it happens. So I think we will, we can deny her proposal. That seems harsh. She seems nice. We've got another chance of marriage in this game, that's for sure. Offer to reassemble one of the prototypes to be a partner. It's like set her up on a blind date. No, let's have her. She sounds alright. We've done another research, and we've got another unit, because the next lot of research, like I said, always pick research that gives units. Gave herself Eco Walker, which is kind of a big androidy thing from memory. molecular implants we will have. That's set production, okay. We will build, oh, I'll build that. Cosmite Research Centre, because that's why we did that research, and that gives us extra cosmite, because you always need that, that's useful. Anything else? No, okay. Claudius Proton completed. The Economist is a pioneer, he's one of the AI player enemy armies. Okay, so first, while I'm a member, I'm going to show you what happens. I don't think I've done this in any of the videos I've made. What happens if you want to go to scene? It's very simple. I can't think there's another game, a few games like this. But anyway, so what you do is you don't need to get a boat or something special. If there's my army, and all you do is you click on there, and then you'll be on a boat. And it says your army has embarked. Bear in mind that to do the embarking and disembarking takes a whole turn usually. I think it always does. So just to get on the boat, or the raft, it's not really a boat, but whatever, it looks like a raft. Just to get on that, it takes a turn. So when you're moving there, if you're going to go to a seaborne place to do anything, bear in mind that you're using up more turns than it might seem on land. So if you want to be fighting something else, or you've got somewhere else to go or be, you probably don't want to be going in the water at all, actually, because it takes extra turns. But we've got time, we're not doing anything else there, so we will do that. And like I said, I would have done that anyway, but I did it just to make an example of that. We can upgrade our hero, the type produced the lightning. Okay, so there's that. It moves a long way. I'm not going to go up there now, because what's going to happen, and only because I know, is that we've married that unit up there. So when that becomes our wife, that's so cute, it's going to be part of our army. So we don't need to send that up there now. So we're going to send it in this direction, because somewhere over there we've got our unit with only 3 army members, so we go that way. As you can see, it moves nicely, it moves quicker, it moves further. We don't really want to build any more units, so we will build, when you've got nothing else to do, that's when you sort of fill in the time by building up military infrastructure and defence turrets. You will need them, so I would say don't forget them, because when you get to a point later on where the enemy players are invading, you will want them. I'm not sure how much good they do, but you'll want them. But at the moment, you don't need that. It's fine. Where's that other city? Is there? That's fine. Level up hero. We might as well. 10 points. Okay, that's good. Well, like I said, I always add vitality, because that's health. That's always good. Oh, that sounds good. Assimilate sounds very Borg. Nanite boosted, resistance to all effects, that sounds nice. 9 is good, we'll keep a point, we can't do anything with a point anyway. We haven't really given this one any mods either, so while I'm here, arc retaliation defense gives us shielding. Yeah, we like that. In this game, and again, it's probably me anyway in general, I always err on the side of defence, because it's better to be alive and being able to fight or run away, as the case might be, than it is to have some slightly better weapon that you're going to die. So that's how I always view these games. But you can have both. Like I said, you've got 3 mod slots. You can have a few defence and a offensive one. I think that's everything. Have we got anything else we can do? No. Okay. We're going to attack. No, we're not. We're going to. That's just a claim site, isn't it? Pick up. Okay. Some of these pickups, what they do is these surveyor drones or these bits of spaceships. They tell you where something else is. So I think this is going to be one of those. I think I've done it before, but I probably didn't explain it properly. So yeah. Oh, okay. So we've met another AI faction. We will say nice to meet you because there's no point in being rude. We don't need to negotiate or anything. That's fine. We've met another faction. I say nice to meet you. We'll say nice to meet you as well. It's nice. We don't need to do anything else there. And there we know where another faction is now. They're right there. Okay. And they've got similar. They're also assembly. We've taken that. So when you get to that point and they're nearby, you'll find that they've claimed the sectors anyway. So they've claimed that, and if we did build a forward base on there, which we won't, it will mean that we will upset them. They won't like it. And you will have to do that sometimes because you'll want the sectors, but there's no point in doing it for what's basically a bit of sea, just some sea. There's no point in having a conflict with somebody over some water. Although it's happened in history, unfortunately. So, investigation complete. That's our flying thingamy, which is going that way. Oh no, it's not. I didn't click on it properly. It's going that way, he said. Up here. Did we get married yet? Oh, there you go. We've got how do I do that? Reward. We get Ebot Valor E, and we are Valor E spouse. That's nice. So yeah, we've got married in this game there. And there you go. That army's now full, which I know that it's happened before. So we've got our spouse is going to fight alongside us, and as I said before, we can mod her up. Even though we've only got one of that type of unit, we will mod her up because we don't want our spouse to die. That'd be very sad. That one I think is still waiting on. Yeah, still doing something there. Here we will probably just build up our military infrastructure a bit because we're quite a way away and we don't know what's going to be past there. Doing that. Where's our? That one's doing that. We've got all our tech.
It's important to imagine.
Hazard removal is useful. You may not ever do it, but it's useful to have. Do that one. The reason I don't always tell you why I'm doing some of these is because I don't really know. I mean, echo protocols, I don't remember what that is. Preventative surveillance sounds interesting, but so you know, I can't remember what all these things do. The ones I remember, and I think, okay, I want that, I'll remember, and I'll save, but sometimes I don't know what they are. The military ones, wrecking ship sounds cool. Like I said, I always take the unit, although I like cloaking implant, sounds really cool. I have had that, I can't quite remember how useful it is, but I'll always take the unit against the other things. I think that's just a water-based ship, but like I said, when you end up fighting the AI armies, they always have pretty leveled up units, quite high tier, so the higher you can get yours, the better. Okay, that's that. Anything else? Where's there? There. That's it. That's it. Like I said, it's always good, and I can only speak for myself, I don't know about anyone else, but I find it's really useful, unless it's a game I'm really into. So for example, you'll be shocked to know, when I was first playing Watch Dogs Legion, I was just absolutely completely into that for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I didn't play anything else, and I think when I started XCOM 2 I was the same. But unless it's a game that I really take to, and you get kind of, you get kind of obsessed with it and you can't stop playing even at night and that kind of thing. Once they're all kind of games I enjoy, but nothing's particularly stand out. I like to have a good little array of games. Like I said, I've got this going, which is like it's like an empire building turn-based game, and I've got Phantom Doctrine, which is like a turn-based but a different kind of turn-based, and I've got Far Cry and Metal Gear and Watch Dogs Legion. So I've got a whole little different array of, and Genesis Alpha 1, so I've got a whole different array of games. Plus there's lots of other games that I don't necessarily play all the time, that I've probably played on this channel, other games I've not played at all on this channel, that I drop into different times. I've got lots of very little tiny games as well, that were very small not just small in cost, but small in download size, because again, when you've got quite a lot of big games, you end up buying little games off PlayStation that are like store, which is like £2.99 games that have got 1 gigabyte or less than that. So I've got a few of those as well. So okay, so okay, what are we doing? We are here, and I'll just show you. There's nothing else we can really do at sea because we can't fight anybody, which I would have shown you, but we don't want to fight the AI yet. Maybe we do, but I'm not going to. So we'll go back, and like I said, our turn is gone just by disembarking, so we've got less moves, but at least we're back on dry land. We've got that, which we're going to put into this colony for now. He, she, it has done what they were going to do. They found the body of a biomancer. That sounds cool. Inside the creature's gut. It wasn't cool for the biomancer, obviously. Participant, the trainer fed the specimen next muscle stimulants to demonstrate the purity of her breeding. Okay, well the bio recorder's full of secrets. That's the only part we really need to know about. The unfortunate biomancer being eaten by a creature, that's just like whatever. So we don't want to sell rewards, we'll accept our rewards. Regenerative diurnal packages is a mod that you can use, that's good, and some food. So yeah, that's all nice. And we will run back to our colony, join up with our other unit that we already sent waiting. So that's all well and good. Who's that? Oh, that's a new unit. Okay, let's just examine this unit. Examine. It's a melee unit, arc sword. They look cool. I'm often governed by the aesthetics of the. I don't know, if I'm playing, for example, I'm playing the assembly in this, so I kind of like all of them to look a bit assembly, generally. So that one definitely looks assembly, and there's no reason to refuse it. And like I said, I think if you refuse too many times, then you'll end up getting less units. I'm not sure if another one will come, so we'll just have that leader. We've got 4 leaders now. We'll put them in there, and we will actually give them a unit. I always find, and again, it could be in any game, back to total, or it'd be the same. If I had a general, I'd always try to give, unless they were governing sector, which is different, I would always try and give them, if I had an army, I'd always try and give them units, because having a general with just his cavalry unit was never really good if there was something to do. So I'll give them a upgraded scavenger with all the mods, so they've got someone to fight with. That's just in case there might be a marauder there, and you know, we might want our leader to go and kill them, but we want our leader to have a bit more than just a shirt on their back. Okay, so it's him with his new wife. It's no time for a honeymoon, unfortunately. We'll go down there. We might want to claim that if we can. I'm not sure if we can. Where's our brother? Okay, so we've kind of gone as far as we can go that way, because we know over there is a AI player. And like I said, always, and I said this before, but especially when you get to the points where you found like AI armies, always be careful you don't accidentally click on an AI. I've done that. I clicked on an AI army to see what their strength was, just out of interest, and because I hadn't clicked out of my own army, they went and attacked them, which is not what I really wanted to do. So luckily they finished their moves anyway. Spaceless faction demand, they want 31 in whatever, they can have that energy, because I'm not going to waste time fighting a battle somewhere just to save 31 in energy. And we've got a society research. We'll do the aquatic because we've now seen that around our borders there's enemy AI on the other side of the water. We might want that. There's no harm, and there's a few research things we can do with that now. So yeah, and like I said, there's quite a lot of water we've discovered all over the place. There's some there. None up there, I don't. Oh yeah, there's some there as well, look. So there's water kind of is over there. So there's kind of water quite a lot around us now, and you can see on the big map in the corner on the right, really, you can see as I'm moving all around us, there's probably going to be water. We don't know about up there to the north east, but everywhere else is water for sure. So I'm gonna end this little video now, because I think I've shown you the things that were going to happen, including marriage. Who expected that? No one ever does, really, I suppose, or if it does, it comes as a surprise, unless you're the one asking. But yeah, I'm going to end this little video now, because I've shown you all the things that I could see were going to happen short time. And like I said, I'll probably play this on a bit just to get to a slightly further point. I may drop in a video about something else just to fill the time in between, just to break it up a bit, but I will definitely be continuing with this Age of Wonders Planetfall series. If I don't in the next game, it'll be the video after, and I'll continue for a while, because I think I want to get to a point where I've engaged the AI army, and then you can see how that works out. And also I really want to find out on video as well how anything else happens with the Revelations DLC. I don't know if it happens in every game, whatever happens, or whatever it is that happens, I don't know, or whether it just happens sometimes, whether you need to trigger certain events, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care.